Have you ever said goodbye to someone you really love and then felt absolutely nothing? You hug them, you say bye, you mean it, and then you go home and make dinner like it's just a completely normal Tuesday? At that time, you don't even feel that sad. But then 3 weeks later, you're doing same completely unimportant thing like folding laundry, scrolling through your phone, staring at the ceiling, and suddenly a random song plays, or you see an old text of them, or you find some little stupid thing that they left behind, and suddenly you started missing them. Have you ever felt like that? Like you really miss them? And you're just sitting there thinking, why I'm feeling this now? Because if I was going to miss them this much, why didn't I feel that when they actually left? Maybe your feelings were not late. Maybe you just were not ready to feel them yet. Because think about what happens when someone leaves. Sometimes, instead of thinking about how much we are going to miss them, we started thinking about everything they did that annoyed us. That argument, that weird habit, that one text message they sent that annoyed you for absolutely no reason. And at first, it seems like we are just being pity. But maybe there is actually something else going on. Because it's much easier to think, God, they were so annoying, than to just sit there and admit, wow, I'm really going to miss that person. Actually, being annoyed feels manageable. Missing someone does not. And that doesn't mean you're so bad or cold. It might just mean you're gotten really good at protecting yourselves from uncomfortable feelings, which honestly is something most of us learn as we grow up. Think about how you handled goodbyes as a little kid. If your mom said, I'll be right back, and walked out of door for 10 minutes, you weren't sitting there thinking, that's okay, I'll process my emotions privately. No, right? Maybe you grabbed her leg, you cried, you screamed, and you made sure your entire neighborhood understood that it was a major emotional event. And nobody had to teach you how to miss someone. You just did, naturally. There was no pretending you were okay, but somewhere along the way, we got older. And being older means you still have work tomorrow. You still have emails, you still have your laundry. Life doesn't exactly stop because you are missing someone. So we learn to keep going. And maybe without even realizing it, we learn to turn the volume down on our feelings, which can be really helpful because if we felt that full weight on your every goodbye, like every change, every person we might lose, we'd probably be emotionally exhausted all that time. So we are kind of protecting ourselves. We tell ourselves, it's okay, I'll see them again, I'll call them tomorrow, there'll be another time. And most of the time, that's true. Until one day. Until one day, it is not. And that's where this gets little uncomfortable. Because the same ability that helps us survive goodbyes can also make us take people for granted while they're still here. Think about it. Your mom calls you, you think, I'll just call her back tomorrow. And again, your friend sends you a message or a meme. You just think you reply them later. Your partner is sitting right beside you, and somehow you are both scrolling on your phones, not because you don't love them. You do, but when someone is always there, their presence started feeling normal. And that's the weird thing about ordinary life. Actually, we don't realize we are making memories while we are living with them. That random Tuesday dinner is like a memory. That stupid conversation in the car is a memory. And the friend sending you a meme you didn't even find funny is also a memory. But while it happening, it doesn't feel important because you are always assuming there will be another one, another Sunday, another phone call, another dinner, another completely boring conversation. And maybe that's why we don't miss people until they are gone. It's not necessarily because we didn't appreciate them. Sometimes we just didn't realize that moment was temporary. So, if you don't want to wait until someone is gone to realize how much they mattered to you, You don't have to suddenly become perfectly present human being. You don't need to appreciate every second. That's impossible and honestly exhausting. Instead, maybe just start noticing the small things. First, stop treating people like they are permanent, not in a depressing way. Just remember that nobody promised you until the time with anyone. And weirdly, remembering that can make ordinary moments feel a little less ordinary. Second, pay attention to the boring stuff, the car rides, the grocery trips, the inside jokes that weren't very funny anymore, the person sitting next to you while you're both doing absolutely nothing. Because those are often the things you end up missing, not the huge dramatic moments, just normal life. And finally, don't wait until someone is gone to let yourself feel so much that they matter to you. But if you love someone, let yourself notice that. If you enjoy being around them, enjoy it. If you haven't called someone in a while and you suddenly think about them, maybe just call them. Not because something is terribly going to happen, but just because they are here, and maybe that's the real lesson. Growing up does not necessarily mean learning how to feel less. Maybe it means learning how to notice what you feel. Well, there's still time to do something about it because the little kid who cried and grabbed someone's sleeve when they walked out of the door was not broken. She just had not learned how to say, I'm fine. And maybe we don't need to go back to screaming in doorways, but maybe we can take a little bit of honesty with us. Maybe we can miss people a little sooner, appreciate them a little more, and actually notice the ordinary moments while they are still ordinary. Because one day those boring little moments might be exactly what you miss the most. So, who is someone you didn't realize you would miss until you were gone? Let me know in the comments. I'll read every comment of you and like and subscribe to Gloriously Average. Bye bye in the next videos.